like a pretty good answer to Meepo, since you can catch every Meepo inside your combo.
Right. That's what I'm seeing here as well. And kind of a difficult condition to put yourself in here in what already feels like a do-or-die situation for PSG Quest. 0-4 so far as we begin day 2 for them in the DreamLeague Season 23 group stage. Aurora 2-2, and both teams winter in the same exact situation, basically in a must-win scenario where they need to go as deep as possible, if not just win the whole darn tournament, in order to directly qualify for the Riyadh Masters at the Esports World Cup event. That should be pretty exciting for them.
Be set after this game.
Yeah. And it might be the whole C region, because now that we are paused winter, I mean, this is the team Aurora who, to kind of draw a comparison to Quest and their journey this year through the MENA qualifiers, Aurora has been the Falcons to, of the C region, but they just haven't really been able to get the same results. And they also missed out on the opportunity to go to LAN, right, when it came down to ESL 1 Birmingham. So the fact that they've had all the opportunities to get points, haven't gotten enough to qualify yet, means that we might only have one C team and in the Riyadh Masters entire event.
What can you do, What can you do? But hopefully the one C team will be able to make us proud, even if it's just one.
Yeah, very true. And who knows, if they take a win here, especially against the Meepo of TA 2000, they might be able to get themselves more momentum. This is a team that, yes, sure, I think that they lost already to Extreme Gaming, but they did 2-0 Liquid, so by no means is this a weak squad as they search for a bit more consistency against PSG Quest now, who are probably going to play a very heavily timing-based matchup, aren't they? You've already highlighted the natural strength of this Meepo into the downtime of the Lifestealer, but I suspect we'll see that a little bit with this Pangolier as well.
Jabs. It's taking a lot of damage.
Slowed to an absolute crawl here as well between the Venomous Gale and the Blood Grenade. This is a lot of damage. TA2000 just walking him down as the Hoof Stomp only connects onto Ducalis, who is going to continue the barrage of attacks. Q forced into taking the Dispose just to prevent the first blood. He'll take a little bit more damage out from that as well. Ducalis with a cheeky tip onto Jabs as he's happy with the way that's played out.
Yeah, I mean, Jabs is in a terrible spot right now. He's so low on health. Another Dispose here. Ducalis.
No, okay, Ducalis is just too low to fight into the Marcy, but I mean, honestly, this is a really great situation. Sure, that these are not dead heroes, you're not getting double kills this early on, but how are you supposed to lane here? You can see Jabs thankfully has the healing salve delivered, but he doesn't have a lot of regen after this for some time.
Yeah, he's gonna have to ferry on more regen to the lane. Q only has one more extra tank. I guess he bought one more set. Yeah, he has 4 tangos now, so they're gonna be fine for now.
Okay. Well, they will survive, but an early wave victory here for Quest to get this Meepo off the ground is exactly what they're looking for when it is your 24th pick.
Yep, buy your tangos, Richie. Don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy. You might not be able to share salves as effectively, but tangos are still very good. I wanted to look top and see the effect of this Disruptor, right? And why he has been banned in every single game that we've had so far here for DreamLeague Season 23. Winter, why is this hero so broken? What exactly is it that he does that the pro teams are so afraid of letting in?
I think the hero has always been very, very good in team play, but he always had a problem with his lane, right? He's not that good in the lane, but the recent changes meant that he could trade a lot better in the lane with the buffs to Thunderstrike, and his shot is great at catching heroes with the range. So I felt like those are the 2 things that made this hero just uber busted right now. And obviously not to mention the level 10 talent. I think that is also pretty crazy. It adds so much damage. So right now the way you're playing Disruptor is you're maxing your Q, so you can push out waves and you can farm. And you do a ton of damage with Thunderstrike.
Q just can't chase for it there, but getting pretty close. They will force him to pop the salve, but he has still more regen to play with. And yeah, I agree. As soon as I saw that change, I think I talked to you about that. I was like, this seems incredible. They've buffed Thunderstrike a couple times over the years, and it was the most recent change that might have pushed him overboard. Now he is playing into the Rubik, and we did see Omar already kind of make a move that is going to be a prelude of what we're expecting to see here. Right, he lifted Ali out of the camp so that it spawned in, so now they've reestablished equilibrium. But as soon as Omar, much later in the game, obviously has this telekinesis shard, he'll also be able to save his teammates from that kinetic field and static storm.
Yep, that's going to be something that we have to watch out in the team fights, for sure.
Building up to that later. And mid lane, not the most exciting lane, you know, especially when the Razors do go mid. It tends to be more points in the plasma field just to collect CS.
How times have changed, yeah. Mid lane is the most boring lane.
I guess so, yeah, in a way. But it's fine. I think it naturally heats up whenever the power runes spawn. As TA2000 is finding himself in a difficult lane here, but he's getting a little bit more regen and 2 Wraith Bands fully assembled. Plenty of stats. No boots, which may be the problem, as Ducalis is going to be sent back. Ooh, dispose into the rebound now from Q as they chase further. They will force the last little bit of regen out from Ducalis. That was the Fairy Fire. And leave him worse off for wear, but otherwise Aurora unable to get the kill down bot.
Yeah, I mean, Ducalis choosing to go for another extra point on the poison sting, just really prioritizing securing the lane for the Meepo, which is he's kind of doing okay still right now. Gale onto 2 heroes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Jabs might be underestimating this. Dispose to get him out of here, but that should be an easy kill onto Q first blood. TA2000 really wants this kill onto Jabs. Ooh, 1 more auto attack's all he needed. He's down to 29 HP, but his other one is okay to TP out. That's why pros, the plays like that, man, the GG branch making the difference there. The tiniest of stats can be make or break for a game like this.
Yeah, absolutely true. Like, every single stat point helps you trade or maybe save you. That one particular death will change the lane.
Let's see, Malik here.
Oh, go ahead. It's gonna have a free time after the Centaur TP it out.
Yep. Q just trying to soak up as much experience as he can, as he will be forced away. You can see the early boots in this lane absolutely necessary as they are going underneath the tower top lane for Ollie. Big old Fade Bolt there will set up the kill for Omar. Ollie is going to die. Trying his best to maintain creep equilibrium here. It's such a challenge, especially with this level 2 Scorched Earth and the Helm of the Iron Will. Malik prefers the Helm and the GG branches. Okay, now the boots are in the inventory, I was going to say.
Yeah, Ollie just didn't expect the damage coming out from the Doom because the Doom didn't skill Devour, so he had 2 Scorch Earth and 1 Infernal Blade to kill him. They kind of surprised him with the damage that they were able to output. So now the runes are going to spawn.
Yeah, Omar rotating from the top lane now. He will be met in the mid lane with Lorinov, who still has the static link, but it's only level 2, and Noob's underneath his tower. But TA2000 bringing over one of the Meepo clones to assist in the kill. Wow, 4 heroes mid just like that for Quest. They will secure the first power rune, which is going to be an Arcane for Noob.
Yeah, this is something that we didn't get to talk much about. Like having the clone, going to the runes, going to the Twin Gate, ganking the other lanes. This is what Meepo provides you in this early portion of the game. There's a lot of options for you to set up kills around the map. Your opponents are always going to have to be careful whenever they're playing aggressive.
Definitely. Rotation going top now for Noob. He's TP'd to the tower. They know that 23 Savage is low, so they're quite confident they might be able to find something. You can see they're pushing the wave desperately. There is a Rolling Thunder ready. Noob eager to use one now with the Arcane rune active, and although they will miss out on the on the Lifestealer kill, they should get this kill onto Ollie. There he goes, ticks on down to the Infernal Blade. Oh, okay, power rune time. It's TA2000 who might still be able to steal this one away, but first they are going to get this kill onto Ducalis, who came with the Meepo. Another ensnare is ready, the poofs as well for Jabs, but he is just going down to the right-click damage here. Nice job there connecting, could dispose just to get Jabs underneath the tower. Really good plays from Q in this lane.
Yeah, very good usage of the dispose, just kind of saving his life there. But they lost out on the Wisdom Rune, so that is going to be annoying for the Disruptor. Disruptor is not going to be too happy about it. He's gonna have his boots, but he's only level 4 right now.
And things are pretty dangerous down bottom here, honestly. I don't know if Q can really leave Jabs completely alone if the creep wave's not, you know, like this underneath the tower. But he also is going to need to help stacking. He's going to need to rotate mid here, as we can see the second power rune. Quest already in position and are just dominating in terms of their rune control. It's a shield rune there into the bottle for Noob. Still have yet to see that first Rolling Thunder as he rushes into that Diffusal Blade.
I mean, I guess with Meepo, you're probably supposed to just control most of the runes if he's just sending a clone with the support every time. Like, he's always going to be able to help them secure the runes. And Aurora, they just have to respect the fact that the Meepo can do that. So right now, we'll try to hold their mid tower.
Oh, no, they're just going to go onto Ollie. They kill him instantly, pretty much. Just making the jump. Swashbuckle, shields crash, and a bit of damage out from TA2000's clones. They are rotating, though, and that's because they think they can catch Jabs down bottom. TA2000, he must have made a call there. His noob quickly committed the teleport scroll. That means they're not going to continue pushing this tier 1 tower. Omar drops a tip here. Huh. Did I miss something, or is... Yeah, Noob is just going to commit. I mean, he has Shielder, and he's incredibly tanky. They can get vision on him. They might be able to pull him back with a glimpse, but no, it's only level 2. Ollie just doesn't have the range.
And they're just looking to try to abuse the fact that the Meepo can kind of fight with the team right now, and Lifesteal is not exactly fight ready, so they have the numbers advantage right now for Quest, and they're trying to push to get kills whenever they can.
That's right. That's right. 23 Savages hitting these creeps, you know, farming away towards that armlet into that Radiance. Winter, at what point do you think this build is online and ready to fight into the Meepo? Or are we looking for something else on Aurora? Because I agree, I think for the next however long, it is going to be PSG Quest kind of setting the tempo here. But when do you expect that to change?
Once you get the Radiance, it's probably time for you to fight, you know, with the mischance into the Meepo. I don't think that you should be finishing the Radiance.
He's just going to body block with the clone. Sorry, he blocked the camp with the clone, which is just hilarious. TA2000 will poof it on back.
Small little efficiency plays here by Meepo.
Alright, so we're looking for that Radiance, basically, right? But until then, Quest moving around pretty confidently here as they take down that tier 1 tower top. Ollie, still level 4, is just soaking experience as much as he can in the mid lane. So you can see how comfortably, like, far up Malik is playing. Just right underneath this tier 1 tower go Quest. They're going to try and push this wave with the wagon and take down another tier 1. Can Aurora even defend this?
I mean, they have to try to slow them down, but because they didn't get Wisdom Runes, so the supports are way too low level right now. Oli has to just... I think they have to try to find kills. If they can't give him a lane, they have to try to eventually get a kill, so hopefully he can get his level 6 with a kill.
Yeah, the tower will go down with that much of a peep out from Aurora. Ollie level 5 here, but is taking quite of a bruising by just sitting here. Now, the 10-minute power rune did go to Lornoff. It was just an invis, and it seems like he just used it as a refill in an effort to continue farming. Wow, Ollie, he did disappear.
Swashbuckle.
And did the stolen plasma field even hit him? Nope. Oh, it did. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, basically a finger of death there, courtesy of the Rubik. He says, thank you very much, Lornoff. I love Max Plasma Field. And
very easy for the Rubik to farm whenever you get a spell like this.
Okay, so we're pretty
strong in the team fights as well.
Lornoff, he just has a Yasha and a wand with 19 charges. The supports are not yet level 6, but they might try and go for the Doom. Does this seem doable? Because right now, 23 is backing away. Yeah, here's Jabs. No Blink Dagger. He's 100 gold away, but he has Stampede at the very least to offer. And okay, versus 4 heroes, yeah, he's fairly killable. Okay, he's not that far up. It's only a 2k net worth difference as Quest. They're smoked up themselves, but will likely fail to find anything on this one.
It's a very big commitment, but they have to try to kick Quest out of their side of the map. Help the support with the levels.
Ollie is going to do another disappearing trick.
He's just getting bullied all over the place on this disruptor. When you're behind as disruptor, it is not fun to play.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 1,200 net worth, but a lot of that is expendable, or what's the name? The consumable. So he's got what, 80 gold in the smoke, plus 150, plus 2 sentries, plus the blood grenade. He's has no XP. He has no money. It's got no Riz in this kind of a game. It's a tough game. Level 5, 13 minutes in, Winter. You hate to see it.
He just needs 1 kill. You can get 1 kill, you get your ulti unlocked, and then you get another kill.
Well, they're not going to find Malik up there twice on the smoke play, so they will have to commit even deeper, which makes things dangerous for Aurora. This is also a time where Lorinov is not farming his BKB either, right? I mean, 23 is still farming behind all this, it should be said. He is doing okay, but you can just see in terms of net worth, Quest sitting still quite comfortably, especially with TA2000 about to break that 8K barrier 14 minutes in. Oh, Omar, he wants that spell. Yoink. Thank you. Can he try and clip him now? Oh, just missed out. And Lorinov actually not safe. Not up to the high ground quite yet, but there's no way they can commit for this. They have another plasma field in a second, but it's not going to be enough damage. 23 just showing up in case he needed to infest, and Aurora just canceling TPs all around. Scary moments. Scary gameplay for them here.
I mean, Disruptor's level 6 now. I think they have to use this dagger on Centaur with the Disruptor to get a kill right now. I don't think Razor can play for the team anymore. He needs to farm his BKB.
Right. He's
done his enough, best. You know. At some point, you're gonna have to say, guys, I've already did my part. You know, you guys have to do your part.
A bit of deja vu now as Aurora smoke up again, and once again, even though they have the Observer Ward down that scouts Malik, it's going to, be the one that got away for them, but perhaps a better catch now as Noob is going to be sent back with the glimpse into the Static Storm. Can they kill him off, though? He's got a haste rune, but that's going to help him go nowhere fast as Ali gets a big kill there onto Noob. Lorinov is going to be able to take down Omar, and that is a big 2 kills to try and open up this game for Aurora.
Yeah, a lot of XP as well going on to them. Aurora definitely feeling a lot better right now. After those pickoffs, they have some time to push out the lanes, wait for the next set of spells to be ready, and more importantly, it gives time for Lorinov to finish his BKB, which is going to be very, very crucial in this game.
Indeed. Quest are going to be caught off guard by that one. But of course, let's not forget how still farmed they are. I mean, TA2000 got already the Mega Meepo ready to go, so that Ag's fully completed, diffusibly finished up.
Almost done.
Disperser.
Doom.
Wow, yeah, there it is. Now it is done. And of course, we've had this Diffusal Blade online for the Pango for a few minutes now already. Not to mention the levels. Level 8 for both supports on the side of Quest. Q at least has been able to get some farm, and Ollie's not so far behind, now up to level 7. But, you know, these things make a little bit of a difference when it comes down to trying to find a fair fight.
Middle tower is under attack.
Static Storm is ready. Aurora has to find another play right now. So it's Lifesteal's turn to join the party with the infest on the Centaur.
Now, they will not be able to get TA2000 as far up as he was farming there. Would have been the ideal catch. Jabs goes into the river, and there's a 23 surprise inside. Well, maybe they were going to go even further, but that would have been a bit too bold. But Winter Radiance isn't online yet. Is it 23's job to join the fight now because you're just giving the space to Lorinov? Is that how you're kind of reading things?
Yeah, I think they feel like Lorinov has been doing so much work in the early game, and he has to be farming, going back to the jungle.
Are you expecting this Meepo to be a bit more active? You were talking about how the strength of this pick is the timings in this point where the Lifestealer is just not as strong as you. Should we be seeing more of an active Meepo as we are now? As you can see, the Dispose is not really going to help against all these Meepo clones. There's a Stampede as Jabs finds the jump in. They get only the Meepo clones, and now the Doom actually inside of the Static Storm, but it's not going to change the outcome of this fight. Doomed you are, in fact, 23 Savage, as they drop the spell on him. Ali has no way out, and there's 4 dead, as, well, they did exactly what I thought they should have been doing. They got TA2000 involved in the fights, and it immediately works out.
Yeah, I mean, they're just way stronger right now. Like, Lifestealer without Radiance, he has 3,000 gold in the bank, you know. You don't want to be fighting when you have so much gold in the bank, you know. And they took full advantage of it, you know, on the side of Quest, and they're going to be able to push forward, farm the Ancients, make sure that the Lifestealer has nothing to farm when he's alive, and it's going to set back his Radiance affair quite a bit.
Yeah, just the Doom to secure the kill, really. Big Rolling Thunder. First Rolling Thunder we've seen all game, maybe, from Noob. Doesn't seem like we've had too many big team fights. It's just been pick-off after pick-off, as we are 11-4, just over 18 minutes in. Quest,
yeah, I mean, as long as...
Sorry, a 10k net worth lead.
As long as he's not caught in the Static Storm, he's going to be able to cause a lot of problems, you know, for Aurora. And right now, Aurora has to go back to farming. They have to wait for the Radiance. They have to wait for the Lifestealer to finish up. You kind of can play around with your BKB, but I don't know if they have enough damage without the Radiance right now. I think the Razor alone with his BKB is not going to be enough. And despite just purchasing the BKB, they still have to play a little bit more defensive.
Especially when Quest are going to be approaching that fight with an Aegis, as they are going to kill off Roshan for the first time here. And in fact, they might look for a fight. They are looking for a fight. Omar. Oh, Stampede stolen. Omar giving chase, but he is going to be glimpsed back. Still, though, he's given enough time and vision for Quest to feel like they can continue running at him. Jabs, yeah, he's going to just blink away, as does not want to have to face that Rolling Thunder with the amplified damage. But it is going to be that Roche play for Quest, as they will continue moving around the map. Careful up here. TA2000 might run into 23, although I think it's more of 23 who needs to be careful. He's going to be forced to enrage. He does have an infest. Doesn't really have a target too close by, though. That could be the problem, but nice jukes here, as only one of those Earthbinds is going to connect into the Static Storm now from Ali. Jabs now showing up to the fight, but careful, Quest coming in to try and reinforce. They have Mega Meepos, and they will be able to stack them up. Now it's time for Aurora to get the hell out of Dodge, as Jabs has currently got 23 inside of him. Quickly will pop out and not have himself too great of a time, as Ali taken down, but good micro there by TA2000, and Quest able to just take another fight victory here. And even mid lane, I'm not sure if this is going to work out exactly how Lornoff thinks it will. Yeah, he's going to have to just back off. Bottom.
Yeah, I mean, Aurora is definitely not respecting how strong Quests are at the moment. I understand they need to get kills because they know that they're behind, but going for that kill was just like such a high risk and low percentage play right there, you know. They didn't really have enough damage to burst him. They were just kind of hoping that he was alone, so they could have just slowly run him down. Now they're going to lose their Tormentor.
J2000 used the opposite of believing in yourself, or believing in your team, which is believing in yourself, and just Mega Meepo'd up. That was very, very good micro. I think he like flung one of the Mega Meepos at the Disruptor to stop him from getting glimpsed and not getting the kill, which was just impressive. As someone who is bronze in StarCraft, I could never do that. Makes it look easy.
You're telling me you can't split your Marines when you see a bunch of Zerglings coming over?
No. Whenever I have my Marines getting dropped by the Medivacs, the enemy... Oh god, what's the race? How can I forget? I watch too much Thermal videos to forget this now. The Protoss with the Colossus just absolutely destroys me. There's no chance.
Yeah, I mean, Quest...
There might not be much of a chance here either.
They are the Colossus right now. They're looking for the Marines.
Oh, and they found one. It's Soldier Jabs, who at least stuns 2, but will not be able to blink away courtesy of the Poison Sting. He is going nowhere fast. 23 can't even push this wave out. He doesn't feel safe here. He's got a scan at least to let him know he can farm this camp. But,
yeah, I mean, that's the downside, you know, when you're playing against a Meepo and he's ahead,
Stampede.
He's gonna take the map away.
Q trying to farm up his own BKB, which might be a turning point here, but He's going to need to give it more effort as back underneath the mid-tier 2 tower. Lornoff! He can't even BKB and TP away. They kill him in the duration of a TP back to base, just like that. That is not how you want your first BKB usage to go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And he just got his Radiance, but I don't think it matters that much anymore. State of the game is just being... They're in such a big hole right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And I don't know if they can really dig themselves out of this one, honestly, Winter. Aurora, it's a 20k net worth lead deficit that they are currently running. Still this Aegis with 1 minute of left on it for TA2000. I mean, a couple of big items have come through here for Aurora. Like you said, this Radiance. Well, that's kind of it. I hate to say it. Ollie is holding on to this Philly Stone. I mean, that he's basically trying to get this game to go long enough so he can get above the net worth necessary for an Acceptor. But until then, yeah, I mean, what's to stop this from happening? TA2000 just takes down Q, who just committed a crime of farming underneath his own tier 3 tower.
How is that a crime, Richie?
Well,
Farming at home?
it is
Your own
when quests are this far up.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, Quest, they are the ones doing the crime, yeah. Running into enemy home.
Oh, okay.
Stealing,
Backstab
yeah,
attempt, but they get the
backstab.
lift onto Jabs. He couldn't get a stomp off, but TA2000 still on the high ground. Ollie gets absolutely deleted, however, by the Meepo clones, and Jabs, even with the bonus strength for 23-7 inside of him, doesn't last much longer. Doomed for good measure as Lornoff, BKB'd up, is the only one left standing alongside Ollie. Q respawns after his little farming incident. Ollie's even further from his Acceptor now, and Quest have no reason to back off of this high ground push. They have absolutely dominated in this match number 1. 22-4. GG well played is called as Quest Esports take down Aurora in a dominating fashion in game number 1.
Yeah, what compared to yesterday. Every move that...
Who do you give? Are you giving the edge here as we are in game now for game number 2? Nobody. No edge.
I'm an unbiased caster.
Of course. Of course. We all know that. We all know
Oh, you know me too well.
indeed.
even lie to
I
your
think,
face.
I think we all do, Winter. As certainly all the C fans will certainly know that. Now as game 2, though, where PSG Quest have dominated in game 1. So Aurora looking to restart now for a pivotal day 2 of DreamLeague Season 23, where Aurora now currently sit at 2-1. Quest finding their first win at 1-4. Sorry, I mean that should be Aurora with 2-3. Make that.
First blood.
Careful here. Omar, first blood potential and nearly guaranteed. That's a big Illuminate Blast though onto 4. So they're going to commit the Blood Grenade, and another power shot will clip the 3 of them. That allows Jabs to get a counter kill here, or counter killed. Will it make much more though? Ollie will be getting clipped by that last Illuminate, so it's a 2-for-1 deal. Although Aurora, they did get Aurora did get first blood. So that's in their favor at the very least.
Look at the monkey.
Radiant's
Look at the monkey.
No, they saw him.
Radiant's
Unbelievable. He just gets 3?
He got the Cotton's
Come on.
courier. That is the biggest one.
Malik.
And he killed both the couriers of the safe lane. So the win range.
Look at Malik. He's zoning Malik from the fountain. I mean, you can't fight him under the tower, but it is really funny. Wow.
See you
Okay,
later.
it's gonna be.
They're gonna meet again at top.
I don't know if I've ever seen a carry monkey kill 3 couriers like that to start a game. That's just not supposed to happen, I believe.
What do you mean that's not supposed to happen? It's just a classic Monkey King thing. It's
for the
supposed to
support.
happen because you don't expect him to do it, right? If you see pause 4 Monkey King, everybody's like looking, you're hovering at
That's
your base,
true.
you know. But then you see carry Monkey King, you're like, he's not gonna do it, you know.
Oh well, a true Journey to the West fan here. 23 Savage. It's an excellent start, a great start for Aurora, who will get first blood and kill 3 couriers. Not to mention the mid lane courier. So yeah, they'll feel pretty good. Okay, you were curious about the first point. It is first point in Flat Cannon as you predicted, but his camp is currently blocked by Ollie. So he is going to need to try and get that done. You'll see Aurora try and put a little bit more pressure onto Malik, trying to zone him away and up the denies. Down bottom.
Yeah, I mean, just early game trying to body block camps, the unblock camps, you know, just all that shenanigans happening. This classic Dota right now.
Lane blocked down, or sorry, the camp blocked down bottom, and I believe Ducalis probably has got his hard camp, which got body blocked. I think that sentry's outside of the hard camp. Yeah, that one there. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. I don't know my boxes. Gotta go back to school. 23. Fighting hard. Top lane as well with his first points in the Jingu Mastery. Level 2 for Malik. He's going to end up throwing the Inferno Blade on a 23 Savage, but it won't change the outcome of this fight as Omar still ends up dropping. Malik is going to trigger another Jingu. Oh, and 23 is going to... Oh, just once. Okay, just one little hit.
Yeah, this is the matchup that they wanted to enforce here, picking the Monkey King into the Doom. Now he has the Orb of Venom. He's going to just be playing really aggressive on the Doom's face all the time. And Omar, he just needs to make sure that he stops the Monkey King from playing like this. He has to put himself in front so he can protect the Doom.
That's going to be difficult unless he unblocks this camp. Yeah, okay, they'll get onto it now. It's always the worst when you commit a sentry and fail to unblock the camp. So
I feel like they should be maybe considering to pull the wave as well, you know, so that the Monkey can't really just do that and run at the Doom ever again.
They have
Cottle in the mid lane,
right?
Also doing his creep pulling and jungling at the same time.
I was going to say, they've got an observer ward here on the Dire side, so Aurora have one watching him over this camp. Yeah, that's a good one. And you can see where that sentry is early on, just to make sure that they haven't blocked his most efficient camp. So, you know, some good moves by both sides here as we do hit our first Lotus Pool timing. Omar is going to find himself once again fighting a Monkey King with a level 2 Jingu. And, well, just a bunch of harass damage dealt will force out the healing salve. But otherwise, a little bit of space for Malik, who is 12-2 to the 20-2 of the Monkey King. So this lane obviously not off to a great start for him.
And which is understandable, you know. They first picked the Doom, so they're gonna expect him to run into some problems in the lane itself. And Doom doesn't really mind that, you know, you can catch up later with Devour, with clearing stacks with Scorch Earth.
And Ollie's been doing a fantastic job of keeping this camp blocked up top lane as well. You can see it's just no creeps for Omar to reestablish equilibrium. So this is not going to settle down anytime soon. Speaking of settling down, they are not going to settle down bottom either. Q falls to Ducalis. TA2000 will get a little bit of that free chip damage in as Jab is forced to retreat underneath this tower.
Yeah, this is the power of the carry Wind Ranger. It's a very strong laner. Very difficult for the offlaners to contest this lane. But on the other hand, you know, if it gets to the mid-late game when you have Blade Mail and your max retaliate against the Wind Ranger Focus Fire, you're definitely not going to want to target the Centaur as the Wind Ranger.
That's true. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. And Jab's already done well to queue up that Blade Mail, of course. So that's always a fun one. That's always
seeing Wind Ranger killing herself through Blade Mail.
Yep, nothing more satisfying than that.
Top lane. Omar.
Yeah, he's trying to escape. Oh, and is still going to get snagged there by 23 Savage. Malik, in the meantime, is going to be forced to take even more damage. Now, Ollie doesn't have enough mana for another spell, but might not even need it as he's dying to the creeps. Not going to matter, though, because he's kited Malik far enough. A double kill there for 23 Savage as they've also find Ducalis down bottom. Aurora showing some prowess now in this laning stage, coming out strong here, Winter.
Yeah. Just showing them who is boss, you know. Quest, you don't get to run us over the lane again, you know, like the last time. We know what's wrong, we fixed it, and now we're going to be able to get to the mid-game.
That's right. No one demolishes Aurora 2 games in a row in DreamLeague Season 23. Season 22, now that was a different us, as you can see. Just a replay of what's going on there. And again, what continues to be sad is this lane's just not going to get any easier because even though Omar, he's been diligently unblocking the camp, 23 or Ollie's ran in every single time to body block it. And so he still doesn't have.
That's why I feel like they should be pulling the wave already because they can't get the medium camp pulled, so they have to just go behind the tower and just grab the wave, you know.
There it is.
But right now,
Ollie has reblocked
the
it.
Cotter's online right now, so they are gonna have to count on the Cotter to maybe give Malik a hand.
Something's going to have to stabilize in this top lane because it is not working out.
Yeah,
And,
Vessel is ready.
Are scanning.
Okay, I mean, that is fast. First power rune, this would be big for Quest to try and stabilize and shut down the monkey, but it's actually a DD, amplified damage rune rather, into the bottle for Laura. He'll retain the bottle charge for now, as he is going to be forced to Rolling Thunder, just so to make sure he doesn't die. So defensive Rolling Thunder, but
Tower is under attack.
better that than a death. That's Jabs.
that was
He's
fine.
now going to run into
Trade
Noob. This is so much magic damage. He is taken off the map. Yeah, that
I was
phase
gonna
boost
say,
with that
they
ring of protection
traded
doesn't help.
the Rolling Thunder for the Spirit Farm, but then he TP'd bottom to get a kill, so then it kind of was
He's going to go through the gate.
not wasted.
I think 23 knows what's up, though. He's playing mighty
Spirit Farm is
defensive.
ending.
Omar's just cutting down these trees, trying to find the right one. So 23 is too far back now. Still, Noob is rotating on over. No spirit form, but still has this vessel. So they will kick things off here just with that vessel charge. A small illuminate blood grenade even thrown, but we don't actually have a homing missile now. As 23 unable to turn and fight. Lorinov though with a double damage rune. Oh, gets pushed back by a well-timed blinding light. He just got that skill point on Noob. Not enough to save Omar. Good enough to be able to at least live on the coddle. So Noob, 2 phenomenal rotations, 0, 0, and 4. But he is going to be the richest hero in the game. Actually, just shy of 23 still. Big kill, though.
Yeah, I mean, every time you get to kill a monkey in the early game, it's going to hurt a lot, you know, for an aggressive hero like this that wants to win the lane, snowball into the mid game, play with a lead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is this kind of where you were expecting the supports to do a little bit more from Aurora? You talked to Winter in the draft about how they need to be able to get online early to be able to match this rotations from the coddle. Is this what you were worried of?
And you're not matching the Cotter like 50-50, you know. The Cotter is just going to dictate it, right? But you just have to make sure that you play more conservatively. Because if you dive, you're getting Cotter easy time to catch you.
Well, this could be a much-needed kill now onto Noob as the supports were smoked up and do manage to get the gank there onto Noob. 23 rotated on and over to complete a nice gank, and Lorinov will roll out in style as they get 2 kills for the rune.
Yeah, that was a really, really big kill onto the Cotter. I mean, Noob there just think he can't really go pick up or check the rune, you know, if he doesn't have enough heroes in the vicinity there, just paying the price.
Yeah, and I wasn't really criticizing the supports, but Aurora leaping into action anyway. Nice job there by Ollie and Q playing together to manage to set that one up.
Yeah, both the supports are much higher level this time. Ollie's already level 6, you know. Remember last game, he was level 6 only at, I think, minute 14.
13 and a half or something. It was just before the 14 wisdom, but yeah, that was certainly a game to forget for him. But Winter lane starting to really break down now. We can say TU2000 and Noob just farming stacks in the jungle. Malik getting well on his way towards this Veil of Discord, but really it's the offlaners who have had it the most rough at the start of this game, and that's somewhat surprising, but Jabs now will manage to turn things around a little bit here, gets himself a kill onto Ducalis, because I was gonna say this is a last pick Centaur, and for him to not have, I mean, he's not doing terribly, right? But am I misreading this? Is it more of his time to shine here with the Blade Mail going to be active?
I mean, it's more about the Monkey King coming over, you know, to rotate and help him out as well. I think in the last game, you saw how they were having like the wrong heroes moving around too much and resulting in some key items getting slowed down. But I think this game, everything's going correctly. You know, Monkey running around the map, helping the Centaur get to his Blade Mail and eventually get to his dagger. I mean, and you said, like you said, you know, the last pick Centaur, he's gonna have to do a lot of initiating for his team here.
Got it.
I mean, max retaliate, you know, this is like the greediest possible way to play this hero.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, max retaliate with the blade mail. So, you know, we should expect this blink dagger next. But you have this diffusal timing now from Lorinov to still play around, and 23 has shown that he's very eager to rotate around with the full orb of corrosion. He makes his way into the Maelstrom. That's nearly online in just another 500 gold. But a smoke play now from Quest. Collis, who has been popping off just a little bit now in the all chat, as we saw earlier. Smoked up alongside Noob. No big items here. Still only that vessel, but we do have at least a light form ready to go. But this is not the target you'd ideally want. And there's a stampede anyway, so this is not going to be too easy, as Ollie having to try and escape as far as he can, but he is going to be blown up from range. Jabs, just, you know, showing off the blade mail here, but otherwise won't be able to change that.
Yeah, it's not the biggest loss, you know, it's losing the CM and Spirit Form use. I think whenever the Keeper uses Spirit Form and you're only losing a support, that's great news for you. And now you have Rolling Thunder, so Lorinov is going to be able to make his play.
Yep,
No
mid
Spirit
lane,
Form.
this is only a support Gyro, who is in pretty good position here. Lorinov knows that he can't push him down to the low ground, so instead, Ali will be able to assist him in picking off that kill. Nicely done. This has been a calm period, though, for Malik, right? The guy who, yeah, sure, he only has one death, but otherwise has had just a terrible laning stage here. I think that was the first time he's managed to farm that camp 11 minutes in. They finally got it unblocked. Poor guy.
Don't worry, Richie, he's a Doom. And it's one of the better heroes to fall behind with. And he's also going for a Midas, which is gonna help. You don't really see Midas as much nowadays. And Doom is probably the only hero that realistically you're gonna be thinking of buying Midas. A lot of the other old Midas heroes that you don't really want to get the item anymore.
Yeah. I think exception there is Ogre, but, you know, not really
Ogre?
a relevant hero. Yeah. Ogre McGee.
Ogre McGee? So you are that
Multicast to go Burr. Money in
position for
pocket.
Ogre McGee stacking Midas.
Uh-huh. That's me. Remember our lovely game of Dota 2?
Nope. It was a game to be forgotten by me.
I agree. I'm glad you don't forget. But one thing I think is going to be notable here is the amount of Maelstroms that we currently have queued up. I think we're going to have 3, maybe up to 4 at some point.
Dire structures.
Because Hoodwink nearly has hers. I mean, still kind of getting there, but it's 23 who has 1 completed, and of course TA2000 with
Wait, I'm
his own.
struggling.
So
Who has the 4th one?
I did only say 3. Did I say 4? I think if we're gonna get 4, maybe it'll be on the Pango. I don't really think so. It's probably gonna be Basher. I was being hopeful, okay? Look, it's a slow period of the game right now. We gotta find something to talk about, Winter.
I'm also being hopeful that you would join me for dinner later. But you always tell me, I'm busy. I have something to do. I need to go to the gym.
You know what I'm doing? I don't go to the gym. I queue another game of Dota and build another Midas on my Ogre.
No, that's a
busy
lie.
doing.
That's a lie. I know you're lying. I know the gym session is more important than having a dinner with me. Runes, 14 minutes.
Yeah, Shieldern in collected there for TA2000, who has had a fairly quiet game. I mean, he's 3-0-2. He's certainly got off to a strong start with the power shots at first blood, but is otherwise just making good progress here towards his items. But it's Noob who is going to be racing along for his own, as he has the BOTs online, so they will rotate top here for Quest. Let's just really be able to catch up to Q, who is the possible kill here. Could be the tower finally going down. Don't know if Aurora will be keen to defend here.
Dire's
Let's
top
see.
tower is
They have
under
Diffusal, they have Roll. I mean, they kind of have everything.
Yeah, they're going to go
Centaur's
for
going
it.
to have Blink in a bit. But not in time, I guess, for this fight.
Collis is setting a trap here. Smoked up. He's left mines in his wake. As his smoke ends, the Observer Ward just expires now. That did scout it scouted Malik. I don't know if it saw Ducalis. But either way, Aurora not confident with the little bit of vision they've got there, so they won't force things for now. They both teams seem to be pretty content just kind of farming Winter. Well, hold on, I say that, but Ducalis, he might end up dropping here. Freezing Fields committed and will guarantee them the kill, but Lauren off. Yeah, he's fighting. Good job there, chopping down the tree of 23 Savage to prevent them from getting off the Wukong's command, and doomed up. No way he's doing that now. Omar, in the midst of things, has a great blinding light, pushes jabs back in. He's ticking down, but lives on 40 HP here. I thought that Vessel would have done him in, but he's just fine. TA2000 still takes a dive there to the cost of the sharpshooter from Q, so it's still a much better fight here for the side of Aurora.
Yeah, with Centaur doing the bulk of the damage there, 2.2k damage in that team fight. Guess a lot is coming out of his retaliate, his blade mail. It's good moves there, but Aurora defending the tower. They know they're strong, they're not giving anything away for free. You have a Midas Doom, you know? How can you take my tower, Richie? No!
That is a good point, yeah. A strong way to start the fight off. The Techie's Mind's not doing too much damage there, but you could see, well, you know what? I thought the Doom chopped down that
doing
tree.
so much damage? It's just everything is the retaliate? I guess. Yeah, and the blade mail.
And blade mail.
I'm sorry, retaliate and blade mail.
Yeah. Observer was screaming at you there. How dare you? Yeah, and something I thought that like the Doom had cut down the monkey's tree, but I think it was actually the Rolling Thunder that ends up revealing 23 Savage. So yeah, he ended up dying there.
So are you saying Lorenov is not a good driver? He drove into the curb.
Well, yeah, he hit the curb there, where his teammate was waiting to get picked up. So not the first best fight there for 23 Savage, but he is still farming very well. He doesn't have too much to worry about now. And until then, it's just the recovery farm now for Malik. You know, how far will Aurora let him get? You know, now that Jabs has Blink Dagger, pardon me, I'd expect Aurora to be a little bit more trigger happy and more eager to look for these fights. Especially with the Ags completed on Lorenov too. You're looking at a lot more damage here.
Precious bounty.
I guess they're not also exactly on a timer, even though Doom has Midas.
That's true. You know, you're against a Coddle who, like you said, is the strongest hero for the first 15 minutes of the game. May have been true, but 15 minutes are up, and now it's Aurora's time to shine as they look for another fight. Freezing Field, Rolling Thunder, plenty of ultimates there as they take down two heroes to start this fight, but PSG Quest striking back now. Oh, not really. They'll lose the 4 heroes. I thought it was looking good.
That cooldown kind of looked like it was going to destroy Aurora. But they didn't have enough.
And then you remember that it's actually a support Centaur, a support Gyro, so it didn't really do much.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Javs out front just tanks the brunt of that damage, and I mean you could see here it just allows them to turn with ease.
Yeah, it was a really tough spot, you know, for them to fight into the Rolling Thunder and the CM Freezing Field. Very difficult. I mean, they kind of put themselves in a bad spot there for deciding to engage.
Yeah, the Rolling Thunder was a thing of beauty there, set up by 23's 2-man stun on that Boundless Strike, so that's what really made things go poorly. They've seen 23 jump over here, and they find him. Oh, they stunned him. Okay, but he still jumped into the tree. Excuse me, Valve, Gabe. I don't know if that is meant to work out like that, but I don't think it'll matter much because he's just gonna get doomed anyway. He's dead.
He's still dead, Richie.
He's dead. Yeah, he's not getting out of that
Justice.
one. Everything is right in the Dota universe.
If you are supposed to die, you're supposed to die, you know.
That's right, just as intended. 23 caught out farming just once here. After he completes the Gleipnir, does want to get into that BKB. Ag Scepter build seems to be in the quick pot as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And then what's next? What's the next big item here for PSG Quest? Like, how do you continue to accelerate here when you have a mid Coddle who has not really popped off in the way I've seen mid-coddles do.
They have to kind of play the map and get your Doom to late game. Have BKB, Refresher, Shiva, that kind of items on him.
Indeed. Trying to get this kill onto the techies, just TKBing away and makes it out. Jabs didn't blink deep enough there for the hoof stomp. Ducal is very quick to turn for the tips. As going for a little bit of the mental warfare in this game. We'll see how that starts to play out. Ducalis dropped a bit of all chat earlier when the game started to kind of go more of the way of Aurora, and it's only gone further Aurora's way now, as they're leading 6K, going for this first Roche 21 minutes in a pretty strong position, honestly. 23's going to be able to farm his BKB safely with this Aegis, Lornoff with his Ags and Blink. Really strong on this Pango. Most farmed hero in the game. Are you concerned at all for the late game timing here for Aurora? You said, get this Doom to the late game. That's going to be what they're looking for. Is it to the point where you think, well, you got to finish this before minute 45 or something?
Yeah, probably. I think late game I would still prefer Quest's chances with the Doom. I mean, Kotal late game is also very scary, Like this hero is he's really strong first 15 minutes. After that, there's a big drop-off point. So the next 15, 20 minutes, you're going to be farming and just splitting the map. And then when it comes to late game, when you have your late game kit, you have your hacks, you have all your Aghanims and everything, then you're going to be a huge menace again in the team fight.
Okay. So it's a little bit like a parabola right now, where we're more hitting the pit, but you'll expect it to get back up there. And also rising, of course, is still Malik, right? Who, with this Midas, with Max Devour now, is really starting to climb in terms of net worth. Probably having the most quiet game of everyone is still probably TA2000, who, has Gleipnir, but has just been kind of getting his farm, almost at his BKB now.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be more comfortable taking the fights with the BKB. Has just way too much magic damage on the side of Aurora. CM, Pango, Woodwing, even the Centaur. But in order for the Wind Ranger to right-click the Centaur, she's gonna have to get lifesteal later to deal with the Blade and the retaliate.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, is it her job to kill the Centaur, or is she ideally looking to 1v123 or something like that instead? Yeah,
probably just try to focus the supports 23, the Pango. Centaur is probably the last hero you want to go for. I think the way you want to take the fight is you kind of want to doom him so he doesn't have Stampede, and then you kill the other heroes first.
There's a smoke play from Aurora. Q even still smoked after getting the kill. Nice assist there from Lorna, but that was his own Gleipnir. Q's, that is, who was able to use that to kick off that kill. So that's what I was saying before, where this Hoodwink, still one of those low-key heroes that turns into a core. Potentially not as much carry potential here as a gyro late game, like ultra late game, but with the game that right now Omar is having, I don't think that's a big concern. As you can see, Q eclipsing him in terms of net worth. He's catching up to Jabs in terms of his own net worth there. Only 1,000 separates the 3 and the 4.
Yeah, all these Hoodwink supports, you think they are actually playing supports? No. This hero always ends up being a core regardless of the game. It's just too easy to farm, you just hide in the trees, throw Acorn Shot, clear a wave, then when you're in the jungle, Acorn Shot clears a camp easily too.
Yeah. Honestly, it feels pretty good. The hero doesn't have mana problems usually that bad, Maelstrom is ridiculous on you.
You're slippery.
It's a fun hero to play right now, but
you're annoying.
You split push, you do a bajillion damage from safe range. Omar is wishing he had a little bit more range than he does now, because 23 jumps right on top of him, although a well-timed homing missile is going to stop 23 from getting the ultimate out. Still, he will continue to give chase, call down, gives Omar a bit of more space. 23 decided he's had enough, actually. There's still a tier 1 tower here. This might potentially be dangerous, he remembers, as his tree's nearly chopped down. Gleipnir is tier 2000, who TP to the tier 2 tower, I believe, is now going to commit this focus fire. Slow to a crawl, however, and now being stunned up by Lorinov, who's going to slightly mistime that roll up, needing to find the second stun. Instead, finds his ankles broken by the wind run TA2000, who's going to easily get back into safety. Instead, the only hero they lose is Ducalis, and that was down bottom to probably Q.
Radiant's top tower is under
I
attack.
think Q just solo killed him. No, it was Jabs.
Yeah, both of them killed the Takis at bottom, and Q didn't have TP, so he had to walk to the gate.
Wait, but Malik with Doom? Oh, Lorinov! Oh my goodness, what a jump! You'd think that was an Aurora ward with the way they made that jump, but the fight is all falling apart now for Quest. The confidence out from Aurora in this game too. It's like we've swapped sides here, Winter. This is going to end up being two dead cores. Jabs with the two of them as he jumps up perfectly, timing that with Lorinov. Now they will lose 23 again, but honestly, it's fine at this rate. Just let Q carry the game. Who
Yeah,
needs
Monkey King already did his job, you know. He rotated early game, he made the other cores rich, and now it's time for him to sit back and relax and enjoy the ride behind the center.
It's true.
Time for the workhorse, you know.
What a jump!
Bottom tower is under attack.
That was such a read from Aurora. They probably knew that they wanted to make a jump in there. Quest Esports holding that high ground spot, but the double commitment blink, I did not think it was going to work out that well. But Lorinov, all the richer now, as his courier did die with the Octarine on it, so he has an Octarine in his inventory as soon as his courier respawns, and then we'll quickly get that Basher online as Ducalis. He's been caught here. Good force staff down to the low ground, but they'll still clip him a little bit. Still able to evade his pursuers, however. So a nice move from him.
Are scanning.
Space for his team. No roll, so time to keep farming.
Indeed, that's been the play of the game here. And here again, you can see the commitment made by Jabs and Lorinov. Really not a chance for TA2000 to take this fight anymore after. I mean, he does at least make sure they get that kill on the Monkey King, but comes at the cost of his own life.
Yeah, once you don't have your BKB, you're not gonna... Once you start the fight, you pop BKB, you have to be able to kill someone and win the fight from there. I mean, if the fight's too dragged out, and then it'll be really bad for you.
It's been a solid 10 minutes of
from
really
Aurora.
good map control. Really
Now
good
we see
fights
Quest
from
decide to
Aurora.
smoke up here. I don't see any
Now we see
major
Quest
new
decide
items
to
for them as a
smoke up
BKB.
here.
I don't see any
That might
major
just be
new
it.
items for them as a BKB.
Aurora still
That
smoking up
might
as
just
they look
be
to
it.
fight yet again.
But
Even
Aurora
without the
still
Aegis,
smoking up
they feel
as they look to
confident.
fight yet again. Even without
Near
the
connects
Aegis,
up to
they feel
3 heroes here in the
confident.
river, but Jabs held that bay by the Shackle Shop. Unfortunately, it's reflected on the map bay by the BKB off. TA2000 though in trouble as he will BKB and rush forward. Once again, 23 Savage in trouble, still able to use that Ogre Seal Totem, really kiting this fight very far. He's going to stay alive underneath the tier 2 tower. Malik, in the meantime, his BKB expired, leaves him incredibly vulnerable. Aurora turn back onto him, take him down. 23 Savage still alive, jumps back over to continue farming. And PSG Quest left empty-handed here as they try and seize back control of this game.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate situation for them. They were like trying to smoke, but they ran into the CM on the cliff, even though they had a ward. But it was difficult for them to run up the ramp there. They tried to kite the BKBs and try to take the second fight, but it was just too difficult for them to run up the ramp. Like, there's too many
That time around,
good spells, you know, the roll, the Monkey King, and the CM.
at least that time they don't lose TA2000 at the end of the fight. But I mean, they're keeping up in terms of farm, but the team fight's just not there. Is this just come down to draft right now in terms of like your Coddle's at his weak points, Aurora heroes are still kind of riding their high, or does it come down to more of the execution in the way that Quest are
Yeah, a bit
seeking
of
these out?
both. I mean, they're definitely not as strong as Aurora's heroes at the moment, but still, you know, they could have maybe found a better way of initiating the fight instead of trying to run up the ramp there, which I mean could make life a lot easier for them. If you get the Doom on the center and then you try to kite him, kill the supports first, I think that would actually give you a good chance of winning the fight. As long as the Wind Ranger finds the Monkey King, you focus fire the Monkey King, you're going to be able to kill the monkey.
Okay. Well, talk to me a little bit more as Aurora here seemed to be gearing up for another smoke. talk to me about what they need to get done here, right? We agreed that Quest are going to be able to scale better, frankly, as the game goes later and later. Are Aurora doing enough to prevent that scaling from coming too soon?
As of right now, yeah. They're kind of doing really well. Like, just continuously building their lead. But at the end of the day, you need to be able to breach break high ground. Monkey King is like not very strong at breaching the high ground right now. I mean, I guess you can put your Wukongs on top and just right-click the towers, but you're dealing with Keeper of the Light, Power Shot Spam, that's the Techie's Mind, so it's not going to be an easy task to breach the high ground.
Well, second Aegis might be a tool that they can use here, Winter, to make that slightly easier. Roche has respawned. He's currently down bottom, holding on to his banner as well. I don't know if Quest can test this necessarily, because now that you kind of list everything they have out, you're right. High ground does seem mighty difficult. I mean, we can see Aurora gearing up as far as a couple items go to make sure that they give themselves the best chance. There's a link in for the Hoodwink, but also now a nullifier for 23 Savage, freshly purchased, to make them even that much scarier for the upcoming fights. We saw Japs with that Lotus to work in the last fight, reflecting the power shot. That could have been really bad if TA2000 gets jumped there without BKB.
There's not much they can do to contest Aurora, I'm afraid. I just have to give it up, try to play for the high ground. Let's make sure you keep scaling.
And they're picking up some key items and talents, right? As we see this Roche go down slowly. Noob has hit level 20. He's taking that Spirit Form talent, which means with Octarine, he's got something like an 8-second downtime now on Spirit Form. You know, you combine that with him and that extra cast range to hit something like his scythes and just generally be annoying, and that might be a really powerful tool that they have to continue drawing out this game. TA2000 on the 20 talents. I guess the focus fire reduction is something. Sure.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You know, as the game continues, the late game lurches closer and closer. Especially with a hero like a Doom, you know, it's inevitable. Shiva's ready to go at last. I mean, I don't know if this Midas has necessarily paid off by now, but, you know, alongside the constant devours, he at least has a Shiva's and a BKB. Making his way towards the Octarine core. It does seem like this Pango is kind of reaching the end of his... I don't want to say the end of his usefulness, but, you know, he's running out of slots here, Winter. He's going to get that Arcane Blink upgrade, probably an Abyssal at some point. You can upgrade your Ags, get rid of the boots. I mean, you've got a few more slots to play with, but I don't know if they really change all that much in the fights after these, you know, couple of big items.
I mean, not really though. It's like the Monkey King's item build and the supports are going to have to scale a lot more. I guess the Hoodwink is already kind of scaling. Like CM is going to have to try to get more useful items for the team fight. Wind Waker's nice to deal with the Doom. They have to make sure they keep
nice
the heroes
Acorn.
alive.
Cute. Just on the money there. Right into the face of Ducalis with his Acorn Nut. And Jab's very quick to find a D-ward as well. That should make pushing the tier 2 tower a lot easier, a lot safer. 3 maybe thinking about making a go for Noob, but not that easy when you're completely alone. Instead, he'll just kill the creep wave.
There's still 3 minutes more on the Aegis, so they still have time to make their final preparations before they try to siege another tower here.
Oh, Omar.
I think Quest, they are doing a pretty good job spreading heroes across the map, placing wards.
Scouted by the courier.
Splitting them apart.
That was pretty cool. I didn't know you could still get to the low ground. So 23 had nullified him, right? But because he was so close to the cliff, he still managed to just, before the nullifier hit him, well, I guess it was while the nullifier hit him. I didn't see if the nullifier projectile was in air, but I thought he was already nullified and still force-staffed and still just got down the cliff. Didn't save his life, but, you know, it was kind of cool. Heads up play from him. Stampede committed for that, but not much else. And now you can see Aurora free to continue pressuring it for these tier 2 towers. Aegis still with 2 minutes remaining on it.
Radiant are scanning.
As the banner has been planted. Okay, where's the banner?
Radiant's top tower.
Oh, the top. The bot, sorry.
Oh,
Pablo's got it. Yeah, it's bot in the middle of the banner. Or sorry, in the middle of the barracks. Ducalis, he will break Lornoff's smoke. Still has himself a blast off, which just came off cooldown. Lornoff, oh, good bash. He can't really get into the, yeah, okay, he's managed to get into the crevasse. That was really tight. He passed his driver's exam for sure. Another
With
quick
flying
kill in
colours.
here.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
indeed.
is under attack.
I mean,
Okay.
Quest still wants
Scythe
to
up-
hang around here to find a pick off.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing around, they're trying to play around, I think, the Scythe, but it's scary when you still have a minute left on this Aegis. That's a Scythe for the Coddle, as we can see here now. Q has officially decided that, okay, Jabs, your reign as the true position 3 is over, and has himself now a full Crystallis, getting into the Daedalus pretty soon. So this is going to be a hard-hitting Hoodwink soon enough. 23 Savage, you better watch out for your job. It's like the AI coming for all our jobs now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, maybe the Hoodwing is going to solve the problem of sieging the base, yeah, at this rate. With the way
True.
she's farming.
Just throw her up front and, or the, you know, get the Monkey King
Oh, throw
statues
the
up there. with his eye.
Centaur in front, Richie. Not the
Radiant
Hoodwing.
structures are fortified.
Ah, well, you know. Could be a strategy, but again, I mean, you still have these quest heroes continuing to get their farm online, as we have not seen Aurora attempt a high ground siege yet. It might not be on this Aegis, as it's going to expire within the next 10 seconds. But Aurora, who have still managed to build a net worth lead of 15k, are not going to push up to the high ground here 37 minutes in, as their Aegis number 2 is going to be reclaimed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This still feels winnable for Quest, I have to say.
Is under
It's scary, but I think it's winnable.
Dire's top
Dota
tower.
Plus only giving them an 8% chance, though.
And there's always a chance, you know, they have very, very good high ground defense, like we already said. A lot of spam, and I think Gyra should just itemize to be another core hero, just like the
I agree.
Hoodwing. I don't think he should be buying all the support items anymore.
He
And he's
also,
getting like Mac, Greaves. I feel like he just needs to be a core at this rate to give them
Right.
the best amount of chances to come back.
he's also only got 1 point in flat cannon, and he has 2 points in stats. So again,
Yeah.
just a little tool that helps him farm.
And
that
you
much
need to
more.
max your flag, get the flag talents, the 15 and 21, and just right click.
Oh, okay. This should just be a pick off, as Ducalis puts a ward on top of an existing Aurora ward, which is now going to be removed. So Quest are not going to be able to find a fight here, they quickly realize. Yeah, but how do you even get your creep waves anywhere near this high ground? Are you seeing Illuminate, power shots, goodbye? Like, how the hell
Yeah,
do you break
mine's- You have to kill the heroes, but if the heroes are not coming off the map, then good luck finding them. I think they're doing the correct thing because they have kind of a 4-core lineup right now with the Hoodwing being this farm. So the more cores you have, the better of your chances of like, closing out the game.
Yeah, well,
I think CM, you have
was-
the attack speed talent. You take the attack speed talent and get a damage
yeah,
item later.
now you have 5 cores, right? That's too true there. Too true, Winter.
How many heroes can you do, Malik, you know, when all my supports are also cores?
Especially when your supports are not wanting to seemingly go into more of a greedy build, not wanting to, I guess, remove the farm, what little of it you have control over on this map. This Quest, you know, still out and moving about the base and the map here, eager to try and defend this tier 2 tower. Rolling Thunder being played with now in the fog of war, as Aurora considering making a jump in. That blue barrier there is the Martyr's Plate that Jabs has got. You can see that little active, which redirects the magic damage, which, you know, makes Blade Mail do all that much more. We'll see if that makes a difference in the next team fight. How is our Doom doing, speaking of magic
There
damage?
is
Now
no next team fight, I tell you, for some time. It's going to be at the...
Yeah.
I don't think they even need to contest the rush. They're probably just going to give the rush to Aurora and just play the high
I think
ground.
so. You're going to try and get
Yeah, I
them
mean,
to come up to the high ground.
If they go out and fight outside of the base, I don't think they have much of a chance of winning the fight at this point.
Right. All right, they need to control the the conditions of the fight a little bit more than than taking a fight outside the base. I mean, you got more damage now online for TA2000. On top of the Ag Scepter, he has the Daedalus. So that's going to significantly increase his damage output, or his potential damage output. Other than that, it's just...
I mean, wait till the Centaur gets the talent, the Retaliate Aura. Then who are you going to rank if you don't have lifesteal?
You know what? That's pretty good, actually.
You're going to need somebody to buy a Vlads.
Uh-huh. That's very true. All right, careful here. Ducalis, he's died for this ward before. Is he about to lead the team?
They're coming to contest the Roche.
They are. It's
sorry,
not going to
Rishi,
respawn for 90 seconds, but the teams don't know that. So, for all that quest now, Roche could be up already, and they are not comfortable letting Aurora take Roche number 3. So quest will smoke past the existing ward that they know of. Scan hits positive now because Jabs is standing on top of the cliff, but Aurora, they also know what's up. Their scan is going to trigger now as well underneath the Lotus Pool, so they've got good intel about what's to come. Okay, Glimmer breaking the smoke there. Good play from Ali as Jabs will commit and make the jump in. And they've actually managed to get Ducalis. Ducalis, who has an Ag Scepter, planting the minefield sign. We'll see if this changes anything about this kind of a fight. 23 Savage, he's doomed, trying to TP out. He is going to live the self-doom now on the Ag Scepter as Aurora chasing through the Techie's minefield here, taking tons of damage, but still winning the fight. They don't care at all. Q, he's going to be taken down, but TA2000 trapped and just completely isolated now is going to be finished off easily. I don't see the rest of Quest standing a chance here as Omar somehow has managed to find 2 trees to hide in between. There they go. Now they find him.
That was
a little bit of hide and seek for him, but he will round out 4 dead now for the side of Aurora, who, I mean, even if Arosh was here, I don't think they'd be too interested in going for it anymore. Noob? Maybe trying to fight off 2 more than he could choose. Got a BKB active, so he should be able to get away from this one, but Lorenoff giving chase.
Oh, he is fast,
very Noob.
but not fast enough.
Think he's not fast enough, man. He is dead. That's a full team wipe after that Roche fight. And that's one way to start pushing up high ground.
Yep, you have to kill the heroes. And then you can kill the buildings. That's why I was surprised that Quest decided to fight outside of the base.
Yeah,
like it's really difficult for him to take a fight outside. It's a huge gamble. I mean, it kind of started okay for them, right? With Ducalis baiting them, then set up his mine on the high ground, pop his mech, his 4-star. But still couldn't allow his team the room to find the angle to initiate and win the fight.
Yeah, just I think for TA2000, you could see in that replay, just not where he wants to be in that kind of a fight, in those trees, you know, not able to path around freely and continue right-clicking. So that ended up being really difficult, as there's Retaliate Aura, by the way, for Jabs. In the middle of the replay, we also did get the buyback from Noob, which is why Aurora have dropped back from a potential high ground push, and now we'll be able to come back, Aegis in tow, as well as this Refresher Shard. It's this daytime Roche, number 3. So that's what he's going to be coming with.
Jabs is saying to TA2000, thanks for playing the game now. Aura Retaliate, you're not gonna play.
So they gain the return.
They need to make sure the Centaur is like I guess you get your break talent, right? It should work with the Doom at level 25.
It should work, yeah. It should work.
He's not that near level 25 on Doom yet.
he's really not. Midas or not, Devourer or not, he's just not that close. And it's 90 damage every time, apparently. You don't get the strength damage returned. It's just, I mean, still, that's 90 damage every time. It's not really that sustainable for TA2000.
Yeah, I mean, imagine you're focus firing a target. You're just going to die in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, honestly. Quest able to take down their Tormentor. Takes a bit of time, but they'll get through up. And that is now Shard for the Windrunner, who has got Gale Force online as a result. Techie's Minefield. This is familiar from SEA DPC rather, as, okay, Focus Fire procced. Still taking damage here from the Minefield sign, which has finally now timed out. But 23 Savage with that big ol' Wukong's command ring. Not too eager to take much more damage, so he'll go ahead and get on back. Just a very casual commitment there from Quest, but Aurora realizing how precarious their spot is if they continue to draw. That has been the SEA curse. Even back when these guys were Talon Winter, they've always gone 1-1 in their group stages and have never managed to get out of group stages. They're eager to at least get as many wins as they can here, playing it patiently.
I mean, they're doing the right thing here. So stacking the Lincoln, slowly sieging with the Wukong, and just making sure you don't dive, you don't take too much of a risk unless Quest dives out of the base.
Yeah, Ducalis happy to not take a death here as he was considering blasting off into the middle of the creep wave, but that is a Lincoln Sphere, a second Lincoln's, right? Because you've got one on Q now, one on the Maiden, one on Lauren off, so you got 3?
Yeah, I mean, you can just stack everything on the Penguin, he rolls in, and you're gonna have trouble dooming him, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Aurora still smoked up. Oh, Jabs, he might make a jump in here, and he is, because Malik's just been chilling up on the high ground. Pull back now to the Acorn shot. Ooh, the sharpshooter, so much damage on Malik. He gets the 4-staff on forward with the bash out from Lorinov. Another 4-staff, but they have enough damage. Malik, now he's got buyback. Will they end up committing it? Okay, 23 took a ton of damage here from the minefield side. He's got to be a bit careful into the hands of TA2000. That's going to be the Aegis gone, but Jabs, he is doing so much return damage as well with that aura. TA2000 has to go back into the base to heal despite his BKB. 23 will get himself back out safely with the Boundless Strike shard, as there's going to be another minefield side, but it just doesn't matter much. That's Ducalis. That's a dieback for him already. Wukong's command is out. Jabs feels basically unkillable up here on the high ground with 5,400 HP. He is safe and sound. He'll get bagged on the low ground. And a 5 versus 4 scenario. They have, it's Battle Maiden. Ollie up to the high ground with a 20 talent, Winter. 5 cores.
Where is your Daedalus, Ollie? Where?
I don't understand this game. What is going on? Ollie just 1v1'd the homing missile, and there was a banana with a Lotus Lincoln Sphere on it, Winter. What is this game? This most unholy game. there they go.
They got the Rex, you know? All you need to know, Richie, is they got the job done. They killed the buildings, you know? Doesn't matter how they do it.
Maiden, level 20
Crystal
talent,
Maiden killing the buildings, you know? I thought Hoodwing is gonna kill the buildings, but no.
Oh, and they have a gem. So they've seen TA2000 who's just trying to sneak out of the base. What? He is gonna be killed off. Okay. What? They reflect the Doom. They have managed to find a Doom onto the Pangolier, so he's at half HP, but Jabs, he sees an opportunity to go in onto the support gyrocopter, diving underneath his tier 4 towers. He does not have enough damage, even with Lorinov's poke. But the buildings, I mean, the siege is going swimmingly here. TA2000, he may just have to buy back, dead for 70. I think he doesn't have a choice. It's that or the Megas.
I guess he thinks that they're not getting Megas yet. There's a tower outside.
Ah, that's
Still
true.
a tower.
Okay, so for Quest, they just have to take things easy. I mean, there's a mega wave pushing top. Not megas, but it's a huge wave, and there's going to be the Techies Minefield sign yet again. Ducalis does get behind his Ancients, but 23 Savage with the ultimate, just doing way too much here. And his 2 tanky will not be killed off. TA2000, he might not be safe. He might not be safe inside of his base. Just barely lives there. As the creeps starting to hit this tier 2 tower, that'll be taken down in not much time flat. They do get the buyback out from TA2000. They get the kill onto the gyrocopter, and they'll be right back onto the high ground for the Megas, Winter, as that tier 2 tower falls. Aurora pushing a 43k net worth lead here in game number 2.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, Jabs is doing a really good job using the Martyrdom to keep the monkey alive in the front lines, you know? He's just standing behind him, activate the item whenever the monkey's being focused, and now he has a heart completed. I mean, as soon as he starts getting the double-edged stack, I mean, this guy is gonna be like 8-9k HP.
Yep, especially with the heart and the overwhelming blink. And good luck taking him down. I think the next time Ducalis puts down a minefield sign that triggers,
I mean, he should just blame me and walk
through
around the minefield.
Yeah, he's gonna stampede and run around, you know?
Yeah.
And then he can all chat Ducalis back.
Dire are scanning.
All
Holy
about the mental warfare.
Absolutely. I think
Yeah,
that's what the
winning
Dota
smaller
players are here
battles.
for.
I can lose the game, but I have to torture you mentally.
Oh, there he goes. Jabs up to the high ground. He's procced the minefield sign. You can see he's taking absolutely no
He's
damage
taking no
here.
damage. What the
He does not care. He literally could care less. Could not care less. He's healed all that damage up. That was the accept. You paid 4,200 gold for that Ducalis, by the way, he says. He didn't even activate his blade mail.
Yeah, now with the voice lines.
Yeah.
he's sieging a tower. What can you do, you know? I'm taking a tower.
Basically nothing. He doesn't even need to hit the tower. The tower just hits him, and he'll get this thing eventually. Not a care in the world as they reflect the Dagon damage as well. Noob is also solar binded himself. Malik off in the wings, just trying to find a jump here.
Oh, he found Wind Ranger.
Pete is out. TA2000 outside of the base and killed again. Sharpshooter dead for 2 minutes. Aurora, they have doomed at least the Pangolier, but the fight's still breaking down because it's full steam ahead for the side of Aurora in game 2. Looking to close it out. Into the base they go with the Wukong's command into the minefield.